Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I recently came across a memory on TikTok and it reminded me that I've now been living in Southeast Asia for 2 years. So I wanted to talk more about what it's been like to go from having 2 months planned to now living abroad for 2 years. And I want to shout out my friend Alan because he gave me the inspiration for this video. I was sending him a voice message and I was like, Alan, I just realized it's been 2 years since I moved abroad. And he was like, girl, you need to create a YouTube video, like tell the people. And I was like, oh, yes, let's talk more about this. Let's dive more into this journey and what it's been like on a personal level, the freedom, the the fear, the fearlessness, all of it. Because when you take a leap of faith, you are literally saying, God, or whoever you worship, pray to, like, I'm trusting you. Like, I don't know what I'm about to do. For a majority of my life, I've pretty much you know, lived a very straight and narrow path. And this is the first time where I'm just like doing something that is just completely out of my comfort zone. I'm scared. I am terrified. I don't know what this journey is about to look like, but God, I trust you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for more videos. And also go ahead and give this video a thumbs up because I feel like you're going to enjoy it. Okay. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned that when I first decided to come abroad, I did not have like a 1 year plan. Like I only had 2 months planned. I was going to go to Bali and I was going to go to Thailand. And after that, I was just going to figure it out, right? But I'll tell y'all a little secret. When I left, I knew that I was not going to come back to America, like, or go back to America anytime soon. Like, I felt it in my intuition, in my inner knowing. I knew that I was not coming back after 2 months. But I didn't tell anyone. God was like, let's just keep this between you and I. No one else needs to know. Um, but I knew that I didn't know what the journey was going to look like, but I definitely knew that I was not going back to America after 2 months. I fell in love with Bali. Honestly, it didn't even feel like I was in a foreign land. It really did feel like I was where I needed to be. I felt like I belong here. Um, I didn't have any culture shock. Like it was just an inner knowing of, yes, this place is where I need to be. And when I left Bali to come to Thailand, which I didn't like the first time, I knew that I was going to go back. I was like, yeah, I need more time in Bali. There's something about this place where it feels right to be here. And when I think back to when I first got to Bali, I was I just felt so free. I felt like I could finally breathe. I felt at ease. I felt peace that I hadn't felt in so long. And it was just one of those places where Bali is known for being healing, very spiritual. And it definitely provided me with all of those things. And while I was in Bali, I was able to work on my creativity, launch my drop shipping business. I had made so many great connections, people that I still am in contact with, and I've grown to really love them. They've been such amazing friends in my life who pour into me, who I can feel safe with. We can have fun, but we can also have uplifting conversations, healing conversations. And I've made connections with people just through passing, and they're a part of my journey. And I'm just so grateful that I've been able to just live this beautiful life that I have co created with the universe. I didn't realize that when I prayed to God, like, God, I just want to travel. I just want to get out of my comfort zone and I just want to travel. God exceeded my expectations. God was like, not only are you going to travel, but you're going to live in these places. Okay. Like, I never once thought, like, oh, I'm just going to, move to another country and live there. Like, no, it was never in my thought process. It was more so just traveling, but I've been able to travel and live in these countries, and it's just a testament to when you trust yourself, when you trust God, you never know where your journey is going to end up. Like, you can just have one thing in mind and it completely shifts into something even better. So if you have like an idea about, it could be anything, honestly. It doesn't have to be about travel, but anything. If you have an idea, something that has been on your heart for a while, and you just don't know the next steps, you're uncertain, you're fearful, you're anxious, that's all okay. That's a part of the human experience. I've felt those emotions. I still feel those emotions because I'm still walking a path that's very gray. But one thing I've learned to do is, even when the road looks foggy, continue to take one step at a time, because every step you take, the fog clears even more. I have been living in Thailand for almost 1 year, and I am officially a city girl. Okay, I be taking the train, I be walking places. Like, when I tell you I love Bangkok, I really do. But also, I love the flexibility and also the option. So you can come to a city like Bangkok and have like the the life of shopping and all of that, but then you can go to an island and have that peace and that serenity as well. And I just love Thailand is such a beautiful country, literally the nicest people I've ever met, like, ever met, like the kindest people. We recently, there was like an earthquake that happened like a month or so ago, and I was outside with everybody, and this lady, she just came up to me because she obviously know I'm not from here, and she was like, "Are you okay? Like, if you ever need anything, like, you can come over to my a place, and if you get sick or something, I'm here." Like, literally the most genuine, nicest people, and it just opened up my mind to how things are supposed to be, like community, care, like genuine care, and a beautiful culture, that's welcoming. And so I love living in Thailand. It's just been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Child, this man is staring at me. I get it. But please. And I just hit another milestone. I just had my 1000th lesson for teaching English online, and I've been teaching now for almost 2 years. So, oh, I love the students I've met, my regular students that I may have come across once or twice. Like, I never thought that I would be an English teacher, like, ever. I grew up, my mom, she was a teacher for 30 plus years, a speech therapist, but I never saw that for myself, teaching anything. But I have grown to really just love the connections I've made. I actually met one of my students in person, which was very fun. Shout out to Jamie. Um, and I was just like, again, it's a very common thing to do as a foreigner living abroad, is teaching English. But I never thought that I would have made. Oh my God, what the is this? One thing about me, I don't care where I'm at, I do not like bugs. Okay, let me start over. It's not even teaching, it's connecting. Whether it's students that I've met once or twice, or my regular students that I've built a rapport with now, like, literally, it is connecting through language, through experiences, shared experiences. And it's just been so fulfilling and meaningful to me. Oh my gosh, y'all, it is not easy to record out here. Oh my gosh. So I've been able to not only live in Indonesia, be able to live in Thailand, but I've traveled to Malaysia, Vietnam, Singapore, And all of these experiences have just been it's just been an adventure. That's the best way I can describe it. It's been an adventure that I didn't realize I needed, but that my soul was craving. And I was trying to think of some memories I could share. And I was thinking about my first time hiking up to a waterfall. And y'all, I don't trust my ankles. I really don't. But I made it. And it was scary, but I made it. And there's a lesson and a testimony in that itself. um Thinking back to when I went to Singapore and I slept in a capsule hotel. Like, it's, first of all, Singapore is the America of Southeast Asia. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and book this capsule because these prices is looking very USA like. But that turned out to be a very comfortable experience. You know, if you're ever in Singapore and you're on like a travel friendly budget, try the capsule hotel. It's very dope. um I was just also thinking about all the foods I've tried. You know, sitting out in Bali and exchanging languages with the locals. I'm teaching them English, they're teaching me Bahasa, and it's just amazing. Then I think about how I feel physically. Like, I feel better. My skin is glowing, honey. I mean, I'm it's Thailand is always hot, so I'm getting a lot of vitamin D. But just me being more active, like doing more walking and moving my body more, you know, they really prioritize health and wellness here. um and y'all, I don't even have allergies. Like, I may do a little sneeze every now and then, but I don't have allergies anymore. I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. My menstrual cycle is just 1,000 times better than what it previously was. So I just noticed so many physical changes in myself. Um, and of course, the internal changes. Just having the space to really like hear yourself, you know, away from all the noise, all the pressure, the expectations, the hamster wheel, like all of it. Like, I can finally listen to myself. I can trust myself even when I'm scared, even when I'm uncertain. Like, I can still trust myself, and I have that space and that freedom to do so. So when I tell you guys, this has been the best decision I've made in my life to date. Like, I'm not even front. Like, I'm not lying. Like, I'm so grateful that I answered the call. I'm so grateful that it led me here to Southeast Asia, because nothing is a coincidence in life. You know, that I'm a firm believer of nothing is a coincidence. I was led to Bali for a reason. I was led to Thailand for a reason. Southeast Asia in general for a reason. And that's why it's always important to answer that call, even when you don't know how, the when, the why, the what. Answer it, because you never know where it's going to lead you. And I've also learned how to surrender, even though, like, I'm not a master at it yet, but I've learned how to surrender. um I've learned how to let go and just trust that you're not walking this journey alone. You know, you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to plan out everything. You know, you can release control and expectations that others may put on you, but also that you put on yourself. And know that when you're walking in your purpose, when you're walking in alignment, when you're happy, when you're trusting in God, you're going to be okay. Like, there's because why wouldn't you? I've started to like adopt that mindset of, why wouldn't it work out for me? Why wouldn't things go the way I want them to, or better? So I wanted to thank you all for sharing this space with me. And if you have any questions or comments regarding my experiences living abroad, please drop them below, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you made it this far in the video, please type out "trust the process." Until next time. I can feel it.